It's your pre-harvest updates on Ingstead, Minnesota Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Jim Bartles here with Nicollet County farmer Tom Hayes. Tom, we were talking a little bit about harvest again right now. We got the corn and the beans in the background, and it's too early for us to say exactly how things are going to yield, but more than likely a little bit softer yield than what it might have been last year because of the weather conditions we've had.
Yes, last year we had, of course, a lot of rain and periods where we had a high amount of rain where we had drownouts. This year, we don't have drownouts, but we have a lot of stress from the lack of rain. So we're in this unknown stretch right now.
Cross our fingers. Let's talk a little bit about harvest and thoughts about harvest and memories of harvest and what you think about when it's harvest time. I know I have my thoughts that I think of back from when I was a kid harvesting, but what about for you?
Well, you know, the farmers, we all come from a different angle or different background, so we may all have our own little thoughts, but my thought of the history and the work that you put into the farm and hoping for a really good field of dream, you know, I mean, the top... Yeah. A good yield and
we've heard of Field of Dreams lately too.
Yeah, we have, haven't we? Yep. So a farmer, for whatever reasons, has different ways of measuring, different ways of detail, but the goal of the farmer is always to do the right thing and takes very good care of their land.
Yeah, and of course, pre-harvest time, getting equipment ready.
Yes.
A lot of work that goes into getting ready for harvest.
Well, you're very true. You get the combine, you look it over, you try to use some kind of analysis of how long has it been since this work has been done, as far as bearings, as far as elevators, you know, some of those things for all the equipment that you work on. And then the other thing you look at is what kind of conditions are you going to have? And we don't know. I mean, it's dry now, but who knows if we get rain during harvest. So all those pressures and stresses will play effect in this year's harvest.
One other quick thought I have, memories of harvest for me over 50 years ago as a kid. Of course, we started out with silo filling. Silo filling is usually about the first week of school, and Dad had 3 boys, and it took about 3 days to do silo filling. Each one of us had to stay home one of the days, and that's what we did. And as we got deeper into harvest, we rotated our duties at home. If school was on, we still needed to get the harvest in, and we did that as well. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people had that same thought.
Yes, and with that, the evening when you get done after a hard day's work and you look out over what you've accomplished, it's just incredible. I mean, a farmer's life has some things about it that are just so special.
What about the last hour, the last minute, and finally finishing the harvest and being done for the fall?
Well, that is really a feeling that can't be beat. You think of it every year, and with what you went through that year, and that's what you remember. There's farmers that can remember. I mean, they're better than I am. They can remember what year, what time it was, what kind of conditions, and what they all went through. And those are impressive people, impressive farmers to visit with a little bit sometimes.
Tom Hayes from Nicollet County, thanks for your thoughts on harvest.
All right, thank you, Jim.